What's up, everybody? Brandon here, and I'm back with another action figure review from Batman vs. Superman: Dawn of Justice, and this time from the DC Comics Multiverse line. Today we'll be taking a look at the Movie Masters Superman figure. Taking a look at the packaging first, up at the top of the box it says DC Comics Multiverse, and we have our Batman v Superman logo. Taking a look at the figure, looks to be the same body sculpt from Man of Steel, but we do have a new head sculpt, so that looks pretty cool. We also get part of the grapnel gun that Batman's going to use in the film, and that's part of a collect and connect piece for this figure line. We get the new belt sculpt, the square buckle, and we get some nice artwork of Henry Cavill as Superman. And it says Batman v Superman, Collect and Connect Grapnel Blaster Replica. If we take a look at the side of the packaging, we get that same artwork of Henry Cavill as Superman, and it definitely looks like it's got a lot of detail. It looks very good. Fearing the attacks of godlike heroes, left unchecked, the formidable vigilante from Gotham takes a revealed modern-day savior of Metropolis, while the world wrestles with what sort of hero it really needs. And with Batman and Superman at war with one another, a new threat quickly arises, putting mankind in greater danger than it's ever known before. Interesting. If we take a look at the back of the packaging, we get a quick little synopsis that the multiverse is every character ever that DC's made. And then we get a look at the grapnel blaster, which looks pretty cool. I'm sure it's not really going to do anything or shoot anything, but we'll see if that trigger actually moves or not in a second. And these are the other figures: Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, and Armored Batman. Believe it or not, for me, this figure has actually been really difficult to come by. The Movie Masters Batman has been everywhere, but I haven't been able to find a Superman or a Wonder Woman. One of my friends, actually, Lucas, he picked this figure up for me. So I'm excited to jump into this review and see what the Movie Masters line is going to bring us. Stay tuned. Alright, so now that we've got our Superman figure out of the packaging, let's take a closer look. Right off the bat, I can say that I really do like the detail on this figure. All the texturing in the costume looks incredible. Very nice paint, very bright. That's how I think Superman should be. A bright figure. The head sculpt looks good too. Not the same as before, so it's a new head sculpt than the one we got from Man of Steel, but it does look good. I do see the resemblance. It may not be perfect, but you know, what are you going to get for an action figure? There's only so much they can do. But it looks good. We see lighter blue this time instead of gray that they use for the lining on the suit. We get that gray buckle. We get some more lining on the legs, and we get a new line this time with the feet, with the boots. This line is new to the costume, but overall looks pretty good. Looks like a pretty solid figure. I'm definitely excited for what the other Movie Masters are gonna look like. Hopefully it'll be just as good. This cape is really awesome. I really like that they made it wavy. You can see the hole where they plug it in. You get some serial numbers on the cape. Some more detail on the back. You do get peg holes. But it looks like a pretty good figure. I really do like the way this figure looks, and I'm sure he's going to look really good with some of the other figures from this line too. Alright, if we check out articulation real quick, we have movement in the neck, up and down and side to side. We have movement at the shoulders, up and down and back and forth. movement at the bicep, movement at the elbow, and movement at the wrist. We also get some waist articulation, which is great. We have movement at the hip, up and down and back and forth. We have movement above the knee, movement at the knee, and movement at the ankle. Overall, pretty great figure. I really almost have nothing to complain about. He looks great. Super shiny. So if you're taking pictures, the metallic paint will definitely come out. If we take a look at his accessory real quick, he comes with the handle for Batman's grapnel. I thought it kind of sucked that it's connected to part of what's going to be the stand. That doesn't come off. So for any cosplayers, you're going to have to manually take that out. Or maybe it screws out? I don't know. But I wish we would have had that option for it to just clip on and off. The handle does not, or the trigger does not squeeze, so it's stuck like that. It doesn't shoot anything. But I guess if we're looking detail-wise, for plastic, the wood still looks good. Interesting to see how that's going to play out. I don't know if I'm going to actually get all the figures and collect this gun. But we'll see. It's pretty decent size. So, yeah. Now if we do a little size comparison, first with a few other figures from the Superman, or Batman versus Superman figure line. If we take a look at the regular Wonder Woman and Batman, these figures look like they work pretty well. Even though they're from the kids line, I think they really do look well together. Very well, in fact. Superman is, as you can see, he's a little taller than Batman. But in the animated series, Superman's always been taller than Batman, like in Justice League Unlimited. So, but I think they do look very good together. If we take a look at the armored Batman from the kids line, it also still looks really good. The kids line figures match in very well with the movie masters. The battle armor Batman is taller, so it still looks great. Great on scale. And now if we take a look at the Superman from the kids line, and here's where you see the biggest difference. I mean, everything is different here, and I never realized before, but these Superman's fists are huge compared to normal size fists, or how they should be. The kids line Superman is definitely shorter. The paint isn't as bright or metallic. There just isn't a lot of detail. And the movie masters figures are $20. The kids line figures are only 10. So you get what you pay for. $10, I guess, makes a really big difference. So yeah, very, very interesting to see. Okay, if we compare our Superman figure with a couple older movie masters, looks pretty good with Batman. He's a little shorter, and with Green Lantern, still a little bit shorter. Superman is taller than both of the other figures, but I really don't mind it. I think it's great that we have a little multiverse, or cinematic multiverse. Flash is next on my list, and then Arrow, so it'll be good to have a Justice League, even if they all cross over. But I'm really liking the Superman figure, just the way he looks. Everything about him looks pretty cool. If we take a look now with a DC Universe Classics Riddler and with a Marvel Legends Spider-Man, you can see that these figures are true to 6-inch scale. Superman is marked at 6 inches, but he's a little bit shorter, just to kind of give you an idea of where they all stand. but still not too bad. And then if we take a look at probably my most interesting comparison, that's going to be with a Movie Master Superman from Man of Steel. Um, they're the exact same figure except for the head sculpt, and that's where you see the difference. And in the belt buckle, see it was rounded before and now it's squared. And like I said earlier, we have this extra line in the boots that we don't have here. But I think it works out pretty well for my black suited Superman to maybe fight the Henry Cavill Superman. Uh, kind of a little Christopher Reeve moment, if if you want to portray that. But they look they look pretty good together. I'm definitely excited uh, for figures 5 through 8. That's gonna be awesome. I can't wait to see what else is to come. But Superman looks pretty awesome. I'm excited for the rest of the Movie Masters, and I think this Superman figure is going to work well with my collection. Hopefully, he does with yours too. As I said earlier, the Movie Masters figures retail for about $20. The kids line figures they go for about 10. So mix and match as you please. Everybody collects what they want, how they want. I think my Movie Masters Superman looks great with the rest of the kids line figures, so I may not pick up all the Movie Masters figures. The Movie Masters Batman doesn't look as good as I think the head sculpt does on this Batman, so you know, just collect as you like it. And there's so much diversity with these figures. It's easy to pick up what you want and make your collection the way you want it to be. So. Alright, with that, closing out another review. Once again, this is Brandon, and thanks for watching. Thanks for all the support, likes, comments, views. You guys are awesome. Stay tuned, and I'll be bringing